Hi, my name's Tom Hall, Project Sales Manager at London Square 9 Elms. I'm here with Mark Miller from Capricorn Financial Services, and today we're going to be doing our Finance First Q&A. So what is the current mortgage market sentiment in the UK, and what impact do you think the recent Bank of England base rate cut will have on mortgage rates available to customers?
Yeah, I'd say cautiously optimistic is the phrase that we'd like to use. We've just seen at the beginning of August, the Bank of England actually cut the Bank of England base rate from 5.25% to 5%. So what we're actually seeing across the mortgage market in the UK is that actually some rates are below base rate, which is actually pretty unusual. So you might actually see at the moment lenders are pricing in a way which suggests that the prevailing sentiment is that we're seeing rates drop in the future. We can tell that because 5-year fixed rates will actually be lower than 2-year fixed rates, showing the sentiment that lenders are pricing in that rates will be dropping over the next 5 years. So overall, I'd say that it's a cautiously optimistic environment with lots of lender competition driving rates below base rate.
What do we anticipate being the long-term impact of the new Labour government on the mortgage market?
The Labour government seem to have put housing at the forefront of their policies, so we do expect their policy to be geared towards stability in the housing market as well as affordability. So we could see further cuts to the base rate. We could also see further schemes that might help new buyers, potentially for new build property as well. So overall, we see it as positive change and hopefully better things to come.
So what are the current rates available for the UK-based market?
So as mentioned earlier, we're actually seeing lender competition drive interest rates below base rate, quite a bit below base rate, where at the moment we've got base rate at 5%. There's actually some UK lenders offering rates below 4%. So being 1% plus below base, which is quite unusual actually. So we're seeing lender competition drive rates to very competitive levels at the moment.
And why do you see lenders competing at that level to drive their rates lower?
Lenders have got money to lend, so they want to lend, and ultimately there's lending targets they need to meet, and the competition amongst them is driving those rates below base.
What are the current rates available to overseas buyers looking to purchase in the UK?
You can find rates as low as between maybe 5-6%, which, if you compare to the Bank of England base rate, makes it a really competitive time to secure a mortgage rate as an overseas resident.
What lenders do we have available for our buyers looking to secure Sharia-compliant mortgages? We
have a number of banks that are based both across the Middle East as well as in the UK that can offer Sharia-compliant mortgages. They're actually available at very competitive rates as well, similar to the rates that I just mentioned, potentially as low as between 5 to 6%, obviously dependent upon a buyer's circumstances. What are the benefits to an investor taking a mortgage rather than purchasing a property as 100% cash? So some of the potential benefits of doing that would be being able to spread your investment across a number of different acquisitions. Of course, we're in a current rate environment where the base rate is at 5% and lender interest rates are not too distant from that. So it's actually, if you look at the grand scheme of things, still relatively low interest rates, so a good time to borrow and potentially spread your investments further. What are the timings for submitting a mortgage application, and how long do you typically see a mortgage offer being valid for? Really good question. We would advise our clients to start the application process on a new build purchase early. So mortgage offers can be valid for up to 6 months. So we would advise applicants to start early, because if interest rates drop throughout the cycle of your application, we can still look to amend the rates applied for and hopefully end up with the most cost-effective product. In terms of the application process, I would say it does vary on a case-by-case basis. Perhaps for someone based in the UK, it might be sort of 2 to 4 weeks to receive a mortgage offer. For those based overseas, as there's a little bit more paperwork involved, which we can assist you with, it might be around 4 to 6 weeks. Could you please run through the usual information and documents required from a customer to submit their mortgage application? Yeah, absolutely. So it is on a case-by-case basis. So dependent upon a client or purchaser's circumstances will result in potentially different documentation requirements. It could be things such as proof of identity, proof of current address, proof of income, bank statements, proof of deposit.